Hi, my name's Joey. I'm with Perfect Gardens. Today I just wanted to go over the Fox Farm feeding schedule for you guys. I see a lot of new growers that come into here and a lot of them go straight to Fox Farm because it's a very well-known brand. It's essentially a household name in a lot of ways, and people just like to use it because they've heard of it and they're comfortable with it because they have some sort of a knowledge of it. The only thing I see though that is very common is people come in and they don't use it correctly. And when I say that, I mean more so they're not using it by following the instructions provided by Fox Farm. Now, I understand that over time, as a grower, maybe you develop your own cocktail and you use a little bit of this and a little bit of that and you find whatever you like works best for you. But I'm mostly referencing people who are very new to the industry, who have no idea what they're doing or even why they're purchasing a certain bottle. When you look at the bottles, a lot of the times, the first thing people will buy is the Grow Big because they see it, it's a green bottle, and they understand the vegetative and the flowering cycle, so they figure, well, I'm gonna get the Grow Big because that's what I need for veg. And then they come in a little bit later and like, all right, now I'm gonna buy the Tiger Bloom because that's what I need for bloom. Or sometimes it's, I need the Big Bloom because I'm blooming now, so I'm gonna buy that. A lot of people don't understand that when you're following their feeding schedule and you look at their feeding schedule and their instructions, you're actually gonna be using all three of these bottles at one point in your growing cycle. So I'm gonna go through the feeding schedule with you guys real quick just to give you an understanding of it if maybe you're new, you've never seen it, or maybe you just don't understand it. So basically the first thing you're gonna wanna look at when you're looking at this feeding schedule is you're gonna wanna notice that the three bottles in the green area is the Big Bloom, the Grow Big, and the Tiger Bloom. For the first 2 weeks, or at least for the first beginning stage, when you're a seedling or a cutting, you're gonna only be using the Big Bloom. That's the only product you're gonna be using at that time. And then into week 1 of your vegetative cycle, you're again only using the Big Bloom product. So in the very beginning, you don't necessarily need the other 2 bottles, you only need the Big Bloom product. Of course, you save money when you buy all 3 at the same time, so if you can afford it, I say just go ahead and buy all 3. Then once you get into about week 2 to week 4 of veg, you're really just using the Big Bloom and the Grow Big product now. So you're using 2 of the 3 bottles now. So basically, it's gonna be the Big Bloom and the Grow Big for veg, and it's gonna be the Tiger Bloom and the Big Bloom for flowering. But let's keep looking at the schedule to get a little more detailed. So as you can see, when you transition from veg to flower, they recommend you do a flush. And you're gonna start using that next time around, you're gonna start using all 3 of the bottles at the same time. So you're using the Big Bloom, you're using the Grow Big, and the Tiger Bloom all at the same time. So that's why it's really important to follow the schedule and have an understanding of what they recommend. Then you can see that the next week you're only going to use the Big Bloom and the Tiger Bloom, then you go back to all 3, then you flush, then again you go back to the 3, then you only use the Big Bloom and the Tiger Bloom again until you get to the end of your stage. So this is just a quick video to remind you guys and help you guys understand that when you come to use the Fox Farm, you want to actually buy all 3 bottles. You don't want to just use the Big Bloom, or you don't want to just use the Tiger Bloom. If you want to follow their instructions anyway. Maybe you've already been doing it the way you've been doing it and you're happy with your results. If that's the case, disregard this video, disregard this information, keep doing what you feel is right, and keep doing what is giving you good results, because at the end of the day, regardless of what recommendations you get, if you're growing your plants and the way you're doing it is working for you, that's the most important thing. If you want to improve, or if you want to try to use things the way that they're recommended, this is the example I'm giving you guys. So I hope it gives you more of an understanding of how to use the Fox Farm Trio Pack, and if you have any questions, please leave a comment down below, and have a great grow.